So in previous videos, we focused primarily on the technicalities and how to essentially manage the backend. Well, what kind of structure we have, how things are connected. And in this video, I want it to be a more practical one where I'm actually making changes to stuff on the backend and show you right away how that impacts the front end and the actual website that you see. And so it's going to be a very practical video where you see exactly how we make these changes and what the impact is right away. So I'm going to start with the post because it's the simplest one. So if you click on posts here on the left side, you're going to go to the post section of WordPress. We haven't changed anything about this. It's exactly what you typically see on a normal WordPress installation. And so we have different categories. We have news and guides, for example, and I'm going to show you here how slots work. And you'll see that it's a very basic and simple editor like the normal WordPress. We haven't changed anything about the posts, so you'll edit them exactly like you would any other post on any other installation. We have the content here, we have the links, the internal linking, we'd have images, and so if we were to open this post, you would see exactly how it looks like. We have the title, we have the author, date, the featured image, which is the one we have here, and then we have the content with all of these images. So if we were to make a change, for example, we would simply, if we didn't want to have, let's say that we didn't want to have this image here, we would just remove it, save it, and then once we refresh here our post, this image should go away. Well, let's see if that works. And taking a bit. There we go. The image is gone. So that's how you would edit a post. It's very simple. You just come here, you use the normal WordPress editor. You have the featured image here on the right too, which will show on cards and things like that for recent posts, for widgets, all of that stuff. So that's it for the post. Now, if we go to pages, this is where it gets a little bit different from what you typically see. Let's do that on the homepage, and I'll show you what the homepage looks like now. And we have used advanced custom fields, which is something that we've mentioned before in the videos. And we have divided each page into different sections so that you know exactly where you are and where you should be making the changes. So what I'm going to do here is change the background. I'm not sure if you can see in the video, but we have a very light sort of graphic on the background. I'm also going to change the order of these four featured titles, if you want to call it that way. And I will change the counter here as well to 27, for example, so that you can see what it looks like. So here's how you would do it. First, you have the background here on the hero section. As you can see, this content matches the content that we have here. And so if we wanted to change the image, we can just remove it there. We can add another image from our media library if we want to. If we would just want to add a color, we can. In this case, let's add a dark gray so we can see it right away. Then we're going to switch the order here. So if we want to have, for example, the fast withdrawal before the mobile friendly, we can do that. We'll also update this to fast withdrawals. And then on the counters, we'll make this, I don't know, 11, for example. If you want to edit the rest of the page, you can as well. All of these are properly identified depending on which section you are, and then you can just make the changes to the content as you would on a normal post like we've seen before. So let's update this so you can see what it looks like. Update there. And now what should change is obviously this background should be a little bit darker. It will look a little bit strange, but that's what it looks like. We've also switched the orders of fast withdrawals and mobile friendly, and we've changed the casinos reviews. It should, obviously the counters are going up, and there we go. We have 11 there. So that's how you edit all pages. They will have different structures. They will have different sections, but in terms of what you can do, it's exactly the same. Then after that, we have the operator. This is the most complex one we have because there's, and this has been explained in previous videos, but we have the information stored in one place, and then the content, like the review, is a normal post. A normal post, but it's structured like the pages that we just saw. So if we were to change something on the review, and let me open the 888 review here. If we go to 888, all of this content that you see on the right side is part of the review. And then you have stuff that is connected to the sort of the database that we've shown you before, which has the bonus, it has the review, the ratings, it has this connection here to all of these software providers and payment providers and games. That connection is done in another place, which I'll show you as well. But if we wanted to add it to the actual content on the review, let's say that we didn't want to have, we wanted to change the title here. We want 888 Casino Review. Let's call it the best casino of 2019. We would just add that there, the best casino of 2019. And then we would update that. And again, same structure. We can do different things here. We can come to the pros and cons and switch the order. We can add more pros, more cons. We can remove them. If you just click there, for example, you remove it. So it's very easy to use, and they are all structured in a very similar way. So pages are going to be structured similarly to this. Your software reviews are going to be structured in a similar way too. So now if we update this, we should have a new title there. Which is what was the only thing that we changed and updated. And there we go, the best casino of 2019. And then we could have changed anything here. Now, if we wanted to change the bonus, for example, this is one of the most powerful things that we have in this theme is we have this centralized information. So if you go here to the left and you go to operators, you'll see that all of these are connected to one operator. And these posts are connected to each of the operators that have the information. So if we go to operators here, you'll see that we have 888 Casino here. And this is where we store the basic information that is then used across the entire site. This is something that has been mentioned in previous videos, but I'll show you what it looks like here in action. So we have the overview. We could have changed the logo. We could have changed the website that it goes to, the features. We can change anything, but I'll show you here what happens if we change these £100 to 888 pounds on registration, for example, on first deposit. Let's do that. So we're going to change that, and we're going to go there and update it. And then what's going to happen is this is going to update to the new offer that we have. This here at the bottom, this fixed CTA is going to update as well. And you don't really have to change it anywhere else. It's going to update on your pages, on the tables, and I'll show you that in just a second too. Let's refresh that. £88, as you can see, on first deposit, which is what we just done. So if we go here to the homepage, you'll see that on the table, it has also updated to the new offer. So you just change it once and it updates all of the instances where that bonus was being used previously. You don't have to do anything else. So that's it for the operators. And now last but not least, I'm going to show you the element builder. So as I've said in previous videos, we have an element builder which allows you to create tables, cards, widgets, all kinds of things. And one of the things we can do is customize what we want this table to look like, for example. So we're going to go to the element builder and all element templates. We're going to scroll down to the one that we're using, which is operator table, which is the one that is being used here on the homepage. So what kind of changes are we going to do? The first one is we're going to remove the labels. We feel like we don't need that, and so this header should disappear. We're also going to change the order. So we're going to have features show up only after the user rating. So essentially this column is going to move to that column, and vice versa. And we're going to remove the read review that is right now below our rating, and we're going to add it below the play now button. So we're going to remove review link that you have here, which is below overall rating value and factor. We're going to remove it, and we're going to add it here, review link. There we go. Last but not least, we're going to change the order. Right now, Dunder is at the top, it's at the bottom. I'm going to make it number 3. And now we're going to save it. And once we refresh this homepage, we're going to see all of these changes automatically update. Let's do that now. And there we go. No header. Dunder is now number 3. The columns have switched and we have read review below play now. So these are some examples that we put together very quickly. There's different things that you can do. We have other types of posts like software, payment, casino games. There's a lot of information that you can change for each casino. But hopefully in this video, you could see a practical, well, not one, but several practical examples of things that you could and typically change on one of these sites, and how that looks right away on the live website. Hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you.